Hey everyone, welcome back to another review video. So in this video, I am reviewing the Newsies production at Heritage High School. Oh my gosh, is this one for the ages? This was an incredible show. Um, there were so many aspects of the show that made it just so good. And I'll get into that in a second here. A little bit about the story of Newsies. So you might know Newsies from the Disney production, the Disney film, musical film that came out a little while ago. The musical in itself is actually a real history piece, right? Like it actually happened in real time in a similar way to like how Alexander Hamilton is a historical piece. So is this. It is based off of the Paper Boys in 1920s, I believe. I could be wrong about that date, but it's based off of Paper Boys in that time period when they had to, obviously pay to get newspapers, and then they had to sell those newspapers, and that's how they would make their money. That's how they would make their profit. And then these big corporations would start to hike up prices on the newspapers, so they had to pay more to get the newspapers, but were expected to sell them for the same amount or whatever. And it made it a lot harder for them to live because they couldn't sell as many newspapers, right? And it's the story of how they fought against that, how they went on strike, and then how they would eventually win or succeed and make deals with the newspaper companies. So yeah, that's just a little bit about the history of the show in general. But to talk a little bit about this production in general, in specific, of Heritage High School. Wow. Like seriously, just wow, an incredible show. Incredible. The one thing that I would say first to just like glaze in general before I go in depth, um, the show, the thing that I was thinking about the whole time in the show, if they weren't high schoolers and I saw them on Broadway, I saw this exact show on Broadway, I'd be like, yeah, this was an incredible show for Broadway standards, which says so much about the show and about this production specifically. They were incredible, dude. I mean, there's so many actors, there's so many tech elements in this show that were so mind-bogglingly good. And especially for a theater to put on this show, or sorry, for a high school to put on this show. I mean, wow. Wow. Okay, so I have to make this review at Chick-fil-A right now because I am out of time and I need to film this. Okay, the first person that I want to talk about is Crutchy, played by Jack Bateman. He did an incredible job with his characterization. It stayed very consistent throughout the whole show, and I remember a very specific moment in his song that I don't remember the name of, but in his song, he kept using choices that were very in line with his character, and I felt that was really awesome, very impressive. Especially that moment when he comes back at the end of the show, and it's this big cheerful moment of how he is back and he's still in a crutch and stuff, but he's like happy and all that. I thought that was really great job done. And yeah, so great job to Jack. The next person that I want to talk about is Catherine, played by Lucy Adair. She was incredible. Her voice, especially in the show, was really awesome. I loved how she also, in the same way as Jack, stayed very consistent throughout the whole show, and her characterization was really beautiful. And her song as well, her personal song, she made a lot of choices that were very in line with her character. And I felt that was beautiful. Her deep understanding of the character was really impressive to me. You could tell that she really understood everything about her character, and that was really awesome. It was great to see. The next person that I want to talk about is Jack Kelly, played by Joey Livesey. With Joey, I was really impressed by his characterization when it came to his chemistry with Lucy Adair playing Catherine. I found that their romance scenes, in a way, their love scenes between the two of them, were really cute. And the build up was very clearly there. So an amazing job to him. I thought that there were a lot of really cute moments in their scenes together. On top of that, his chemistry with Crutchy was so good. That moment when he comes back, when Crutchy comes back and Jack Kelly embraces him and hugs him deeply, it was so cute. And I really got chills, I'm not going to lie. Finally, with him, I want to talk about his performance of Santa Fe. I thought there was a lot of really deep, impressive character work that must have gone into that because he had such emotion, and I was really impressed by how he played that. Finally, the last actor slash actors that I want to talk about is the whole ensemble of Jack's gang, the Newsies, right? They had so much energy, and those dance scenes were incredible. I thought that the best scene of all for me that I saw of them was Seize the Day. Seize the Day was so good, and their choreography, their dancing ability was so good. They were all very locked in the whole time, and I really appreciated that. That was awesome. For the outstanding ensemble, I'm pointing out Brennan DeButz, Lola Haynes, Eliza Karf, Jamie Saberhagen. So yeah, everyone in Jack's gang, really incredible job. Well done, guys. Next, I want to point out its outstanding set design and stagecraft. This is Jack Bateman, Monroe White, and his team and their team. I thought that the set was really creative, and I loved how they used the moving part of the middle part of the set to add a new dynamic to every part of the show. When they did that in scenes where they were in the theater area, I thought that was really creative to show a scene change without changing everything about the set. That was really awesome. Next, I want to shout out the props team led by Mackenzie Larson and the rest of her team. That was really a great sticking point with the show. They did a lot of things with props that normal shows wouldn't do, right? They used newspapers in ways that I had never seen before. And I know that in Newsies, that's kind of normal, but I think that they did it to an incredible degree. And I thought that those props really fit the time period. The characterization used with the props led to an incredible show. So great job for props team. Next, I want to shout out outstanding lighting, led by Chase Homan, Ryan Posad, and their team. I loved their use of lighting in the fight scenes. They used strobe lights in certain circumstances. They used different color lights to show slowing down time in the fight scenes. I thought that was awesome. I love, especially in that fight scene where they use different lights on very different parts of the scene of the stage to bring certain places to life, to bring other places to complete darkness, so you don't even look at that anymore. It was an amazing job done by the lighting crew. Very creative, very in sync. Everyone was always in light. It was really great job done. So finally, the last crew that I want to talk about was stage crew, led by Sylvine Garcia, Charlie Newman, and their team. It was really incredible job done by the stage crew. I remember hearing another fellow Glammy reviewer mid-show saying, "Wow, their stage crew moves in the dark so well. You can usually not tell that they're there." The direction there as well must have been incredible, because there was a lot of times where there's something else happening on the stage, another actor doing their scene, and then in the background the stage crew is moving seamlessly. You could never tell that they were there, in a great way. And on that, a specific moment when they're transitioning into the Pulitzer's office, I loved how there's a dance scene going on in front, and in the back they're doing a full scene change, and it was really executed to perfection. So incredible job done to the stage crew. Okay, that's going to be it for my review. An incredible job done to Heritage High School. You guys killed it. It was an incredible show. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.